fish. There we go, guys. Just as I was saying. There we go, guys. Yo, what's going on, guys? Fishing with Alex back with you. I hope you guys are all having a good week. I know I am. Today we're actually going to be talking about the Texas rig, and it's a widely used, very common rig in the bass fishing community, and it's actually what I learned to bass fish with. And I just want to show you guys how I rig mine up, some recommendations for the soft plastics, and then after I do the overview, show you guys how everything's done, we're going to head down to the lake and see if we can catch any bass. Alright, so let's jump to it. Alright guys, the Texas rig, I would say this is a staple in bass fishing, and this is actually what I learned to bass fish with. Very simple rig. You're only going to need a couple things. I would say your choice of soft plastics, whether it be your creature baits, your curly tails, Senkos, and then you're going to need a offset worm hook. I usually go with a 3/0 since that is the middle of the ground. You can go bigger than that, but this I think is basically your standard middle ground. You're going to need a bullet weight. I usually run 3/16 ounce. Once again, same thing, you can go a little bit smaller, or you can use tungsten, which is very dense and heavy. Just all depends on your fishery and you know how you want to fish this. But for your basic setup, you're just going to take your offset hook, grab your soft plastic, go ahead and put the end into the top. I usually go down about 1/4 of an inch. I'll run that through, guide it up, go around the shoulder of the hook, and then I like to take my thumb, and where the bottom of the bend is on the hook, I'll set my thumb as a marker, and then I'll run my hook right through there. And what you're left with is a nice weedless rig. And how you want to put this on the fishing line is you're going to have your weight go on the line first, then your hook, tie whatever choice of knot that you would like on there, and then put your soft plastic on. And basically what you are left with is this rig right here. Now the goal here is to be able to have your weight slide freely on the line. That way when you're jigging this, you're basically pulling it off the bottom, and that weight's going to slide down and pull that soft plastic with it. Now there's tons of ways you can fish it. I'll try to show you guys a couple tips while I'm down at the lake. Another way that you can rig this up, which is more for flipping or pitching into cover, is you can buy these bobber stops at the store, and that goes on your fishing line. It basically holds the weight from going any farther up the line. Now you can move this up, but I have this butted up against the weight and up against the hook, and that basically will allow you to throw this into some heavier cover, just let this sink straight in, and you can do the same type of lifting or popping techniques. But that's pretty much it, guys. That's the Texas rig. We're gonna head down to the lake, see if we can catch us a bass. Alright guys, just got down here at the spot. As soon as I said something, a fish broke right here in front of me. As I was showing you guys earlier, this is the unpegged Texas rig setup. I've got that 3/0 hook, watermelon and red flake Senko on here, and try to get this set up a little bit more weedless. I'm gonna toss this first, and then I've got the other one on the bait caster, the pegged craw. Give this a shot for a minute. And the way that I like to fish this is cast it out, let it sink, and I usually let it sit there for a few seconds, anywhere from 3 to 10 seconds, just depending on how I want to try to fish that day or the water. And then I slowly just kind of give it some pops to hop it off the bottom, and then let it sit for a couple seconds, hop it off the bottom. And this is how I like to kind of jig it, but you can certainly try different techniques to see what works for you and what works in your guys' fisheries. This lake, the algae is already starting to grow, or the moss is starting to grow pretty good already, so I'm trying to just keep this weedless. And with the Senko on here, it's actually pretty streamlined coming through the water, so it doesn't pick up quite as much as that crawfish bait that I've got on the other rod will. But the craw may do better out here today. We'll just give it a shot. Probably fish with both of these for maybe 10-15 minutes, just see if one gets a bite more than the other, and then we'll kind of work that fish. There we go, guys. Just as I was saying. There we go, guys. On that watermelon Senko. Texas rig. This is your basic setup out here, guys. This is what I pretty much learned to catch fish on, and can almost guarantee it's going to work for you guys as well. Got that hook in there pretty good. There we go, guys. You guys can see it. Small little guy. Get him back in. He's going. Then just get your rig set back up. That was a second cast. Not saying that you'll always catch it. I'm actually surprised that I did catch a fish. Just because we've been experiencing a cold front and a lot of different changes in the weather, so. Alright, guys, here we go. Rig back up. Just oiled this reel earlier and put some new line on it. I was getting some real bad line twists in it, so I just spooled this back up. Light rod. I've got a 6'6" medium rod, and I'm running some just 10-pound test mono on here. Make sure too, guys, that you check that drag, because a lot of times if it's a little too loose and you try to set that hook, you'll miss that hook set, and you just want to feel for that thump on the end of your rod. I usually give it about a second after I feel that thump, and then I try to set the hook, give them a chance to kind of get that worm in their mouth, and get it down far enough for when you set that hook, grab them right in the lip. Also, guys, a lot of times they will hit it on the fall, so you need to pay attention to your line in the water, and if you see it start to you see that slack start to pull itself out, that's usually a pretty good indication. What I like to do is I'll take the slack out of the line just gently. I'll feel if I've got a little tap or anything at the other end. If I feel a fish on there, then I'll set the hook. A lot of times they will hit it right after you cast and it's on the fall, on the way to the bottom. Had a nibble on that one. This worm is already getting pretty haggard. I'm just gonna put it up for a little bit. We'll try the craw, see what works best out here for us today, guys. On this setup, I've got this is my 6-stick Cast King Royal Legend, and this is that pegged craw, just a pumpkin, and give this a shot. I'm just running 10-pound mono on here. Got really light line on this rod, just because I wanted to try this more on some more finesse stuff, and I don't need it to be super heavy. But I'm just going to be doing the same technique with this setup. I'm just going to be casting it out there, letting it sit for a few seconds, and then hopping it off the bottom. just gonna try to work this bank here for a little while, guys. I got like an hour to fish, so I wanted to come down here and show you guys you know, a couple different ways to fish the Texas rig and see if we can't get us a few bites. Stoked to get that fish. You know, smaller bass, but I have actually been out a couple times in this last week trying to film for you guys and get some content, but I haven't been able to catch anything. It's this weather change kind of shut off the bite. I thought the craw would be out here hitting today, guys. Work this for maybe another 10 minutes or so, and then I'll switch it back up to the Senko and try. Alright guys, well, this is going to be my last cast out here. Just wanted to show you guys, it's been extremely tough out here. I think I lucked out with that second cast, just catching that bass, but you know, this is what I learned on was the Texas rig, and extremely effective, and you know, very universal. You can change your different retrievals, change your different soft plastics you want to put on it, but in the end it definitely catches fish, and you guys got to see that. That's what I wanted to show. I was just hoping to get a few more fish in, but I think the winds kind of changed and temperatures dropped off, so sometimes that's all it takes for the bite just to kind of shut down, but it is what it is, and at least we got a fish today. So alright guys, so we just got back home, and you know, unfortunately I was only able to catch that one bass today. The weather changed a little bit since I got down there, and I think the bite's just pretty much turned off right now, but you know, it is what it is. We're able to catch a fish, and I just wanted to show you guys that the Texas rig is effective and will catch you fish. If I'm out there catching fish, I want to share that info with you guys and help out as much as I can. If you guys are liking this content, please do me a favor and hit that subscribe below and leave a like and leave me a comment. I love hearing from you guys. So until next time, I got some more stuff in store for you guys, and I'll catch y'all later.